Guys, I just got a $10,000 bonus at work, and instead of upgrading my car or booking a crazy vacation or buying something flashy, I'm going to do something that most people won't do. I'm going to use it to build wealth. Today, I'm breaking down exactly where every dollar is going and why this decision could be worth six figures in the future. Let's get right into it. Number one, here's usually what happens when people get a bonus. They celebrate, they upgrade their lifestyle, they reward themselves. And listen, you guys, I'm not against enjoying your money, but bonuses are dangerous because they feel like extra money. And extra money is where lifestyle creep starts. You raise your standard of living instead of raising your net worth. But here's how I'm going to look at it: a bonus isn't spending money, it's opportunity. It's a chance to buy assets and build even more. Number two, 70 to 80% of this is going right into my stocks. So obviously, I'm going to get taxed like fucking crazy on this because it is a sales bonus. But let's just say for the sake of the video that I get the full 10K so we can divvy this out. So around 7 to 8 grand of this bonus is going straight into the market. Normally, I'm going to say to put this into your Roth IRA, but I actually already maxed that out this year. So I strongly recommend that to everybody. If you can do that right away, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. But this money is going to be going into my individual account. 80% is going to be going into FXAIX. So FXAIX and VOO, which we talked about in my last video, are practically identical in performance because both of them track the S&P 500 with extremely low costs. So, and then 20% is going to go into FSPSX, which is designed to track the performance of foreign stocks, specifically targeting large cap and, international companies. Why? Because ownership builds wealth at the end of the day. And when you buy stocks, especially index funds, you're buying ownership in companies that are constantly growing, innovating, and generating profit. And here's the real magic, guys, that I'm going to be mentioning every video: it's compounding. It's just like when you go to the gym and you're putting in reps and you're getting experience and you're leveraging it and you're doing progressive overload every time. You're investing in that and it's going to pay off over time. And here, let's just say I invest 8,000, which I actually am doing here, and it earns an average of 8% per year. In 20 years, that alone is going to be almost 40 grand. And that's from one bonus, you guys. That's insane. Now imagine I do this every year. It would be actually crazy. But that's how wealth is built quietly. It's not by looking rich, but by owning assets. And I'm not trying to time the market at all. I'm not waiting for a crash. And historically, anyways, lump sum investing is going to be, trying to time the market time after time. So most of this is going to go into broad index funds that are low cost, long term, simple, and simple scales at the end of the day. Number three is going to be about debt. So if I had some high interest debt right now, credit cards, personal loans, you name it, that's going to be step one. I'm going to pay that off right away. A guaranteed 20% return by eliminating credit card interest is going to beat investing. Everybody's situation is different at the end of the day, and I don't have any high interest debt right now. So for me, investing makes more sense. But if I did, I'm going to pay that off right away. You got to start paying it off. It's going to help you out so much more down the line. I don't want you guys to be like some of my friends and some of these people I hear about that are 100K in debt, 150K in debt because of school or whatever it is, and they're buying a house, they're buying a 50, 60K car. Like, you're just digging more and more and more holes for you to try and get out of. So if you have any debt, pay that off right away. Then worry about, investing and investing in yourself. You can still certainly do a little bit, but your main focus should be on eliminating that debt right away. Number four, 10% of this is going right into myself. Now, here's the part that most people overlook. Like I said, 10%, roughly 1K, is going right into investing in myself. I'm not talking clothes. I'm not talking gadgets. I'm not talking a fucking spoiler for my Honda Civic. I'm talking about skills, specifically growing this channel. That can mean reaching out to creators I respect or joining a course from someone who's already built what I'm building. Maybe that's paying for a mentorship or even something simple like upgrading production. So something like a mic or a new camera or a PC that's going to help me out. Because here's some things that I've learned. Money invested in skills can potentially outperform the market. If learning from the right person helps this channel grow even a percent more, that could return far more than the 8% annually that we were talking about earlier. So it could 10x my initial investment, which would be insane. And just think about this for a second. Most people are going to hesitate to invest in themselves in the way that I'm talking about it, but they're going to spend thousands on things that depreciate at the end of the day. Just think about that. Number five, why I'm not upgrading my lifestyle. So, could I upgrade something with this money? 1,000% the first thing I thought of was golf because I am so hooked with my friends. I've got the bug so bad. And I was just thinking I could get a new putter, a new driver, new irons, you name it. And it wouldn't even put a dent in the money. I could probably keep that under 1,000. And that's just 10% of the money. So yes, I could upgrade, almost whatever I want with this. But the fastest way to stay average is to raise your lifestyle every time your income increases. So I'd rather raise, my asset column because bonuses are leverage moments. Most people think 10K and they think, what can I buy? I'm thinking, what can this buy me in 20 years down the road? Freedom, options, security, you name it. That's the difference you guys got to start to see. You got to shift your mindset and look at things through a different lens. How can this help me out 10, 20 years from now? Number six, the bigger picture. So it isn't about being cheap, it's about being intentional. And when you're acting broke, when your income rises, it's one of the most powerful wealth building habits. And that's what my whole last video was about, why acting broke now is going to make you rich later. Because every time you delay some gratification, you're going to strengthen your discipline. And discipline compounds just like money, just like investing in yourself, it's going to compound. The goal isn't to look rich, the goal is to become rich quietly. And lastly, my call to action on this video. So I just got that 10K bonus. 70 to 80% is going into stocks, low cost index funds. 10% is going into myself to try to invest in this channel and other things to help me out down the line. And it's at zero lifestyle inflation. So I'm curious, you guys, if you got a 10K bonus tomorrow, what would you do with it? Spend it, invest it, split it, maybe go on a vacation or get that new driver that you wanted? Drop it in the comments below. And if you guys are trying to build wealth, stay fit, and level up in your 20s, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Peace.